My name is Suzanne Spooner, and I would like to share with you today my understanding of a process called the Art of Universal Knowing, or TAUK for short, T-A-U-K. The Art of Universal Knowing is a process that really has three parts to it. The first part is being able to connect to the other side to receive messages. These messages may be from family and friends who have passed over. It may be from your guides, angels, God, or whatever name it is that you put on that universal source. It is a way to access information from the most unconditionally loving dimensions so that you can help get some clarification with your life and your purpose. It is also an aspect of opening and healing of your heart. The work that comes through, or I should say the messages that come through via TAUK have great ability to relay information to you that helps you release anger or sadness that you might be storing in your heart and not letting go of. It teaches you by opening and healing the heart to work from your heart area, not from the head or the ego. And when you can do this, everything comes easier to you. The third aspect about the Art of Universal Knowing, which is just as equally as important and wonderful, is the aspect of understanding how powerful your imagination is. So I'm going to talk about each three of those aspects individually here just a little bit. The aspect of being able to connect into the other side is just fun, and it's very cool. Some of us may have been to mediums before to connect with loved ones that had passed over, but this is something that you can do anytime you sit down with the intention and you follow the process of connecting in to the highest level of consciousness. This is not like a Ouija experience where you may be pulling in information from lower level energies. This is like a direct source coming from above into your crown chakra, so that the information is from the highest level. And when you do that, you also are allowing your guides and your angels to come through. God is almost like picking up a telephone and saying, can you assist me with this? Explain why I need to go through this process, or explain why this situation is occurring to me. The information that comes back, if it's from your loved ones, or if it's from God, or if it's from one of your angels or guides, comes through without ego. And it comes through as a means of support. So it's never bossy, it's never inappropriate, it doesn't tell you what to do or how to think. Your free will is obviously completely intact. So you just take that information as supplemental to how you run your life, but it gives such great perspective on your life and your purpose in a situation that you may be going through. It kind of broadens how you might view a certain situation to allow you to see all of the gifts that are in front of you, sometimes that we label as struggle. So in that sense, the ability to connect into loved ones and friends and angels and guides is just simply amazing. The first family member that came through TAUK to me was my father, who had been gone for 18 years at that point. And if that's all this ever was, that would have been more than enough for me. But shortly thereafter, my other family and friends that had passed over started coming through, and they started sharing this wealth of information about how I was going to be shown how to teach this gift, that it was a teachable gift open to anybody whose heart was willing to go there. So that was my first journey there, is reconnecting to my father again, and knowing that I could sit down and talk and chat with him and understand what his experience was like, where he was at, and try to understand this connection between dimensions a little bit better. The second part of TAUK that I think is so fascinating is how it does allow a person to heal their heart and open it and work from their heart area versus their head or their ego. We in life tend to cover our hearts up, and we think we're protecting it, but really what we're doing is we're suffocating the heart. We're not allowing that magnificent organ to flow and perform the way that it's supposed to. So when we can let go of a lot of the anger and the hurt and the fear, then we're able so much easier to allow the love to come in and to work from a viewpoint of love. And when we do that, everything in life gets easier. So that is a magnificent aspect of the art of universal knowing. The last one that I want to touch base on is this understanding of how powerful our imagination is, and that we all have the ability to create and manifest with ease. That's how we are divinely set up. That's how our DNA is. And we're in this amazing time period on Earth right now where there's a big shift going on, and consciousness is raising, and energy and vibrations are changing, and frequencies are honing in. And with that information comes the understanding of how we bring things to us. It could be the people in our lives or our jobs or situations that benefit our greater good. One day when I was sitting to talk, one of my guides came through. He doesn't come through often, but when he does, the messages have such great depth and such lovely meaning to them. This day was back in July of 2010, and this guide is named Rabios, R-A-B-I-O-S, kind of a funny name, but he's a lovely soul. And when he comes through, he almost has a serious energy to him. You know, the information is important and to point. And this day, back in July of 2010, he gave me a message in tandem with God about manifesting. And this is the message. I'd like to read it to you. We now respectfully request your time to imagine universal expressions of thought, transfer, and matter. Thoughts are transferred with imagination and love. When you have a thought and imagine that thought as a possibility, then matter is charged and you create a probability. Then you manifest your details, establishing the assured outcome. Opening your heart is the depositing of gratitude that links the reality to the matter. Matter can be positively or negatively charged. Imagination is the power to manifest your dreams. Power in the fourth and fifth dimension will be expressed as power only understood as enlightenment. So I have to tell you, when I got that message, it was a bit for me to comprehend, and my brain operates very much on the right side. So I had to actually diagram that message out so I could visualize it a little bit better, and I tacked it right up in front of my desk. So every time I came up to my meditation room to meditate or to practice talk, that was always right in front of my eyes. And I would just sit there and study that message every time I'd sit down. And what I came to realize, or it started happening enough that it hit me, was that I started manifesting things so much faster and with just ease. And that's so amazing to understand that power is divine and inside of us and is ours to use at will. So again, the three main aspects of the art of universal knowing that I'd like to leave you with is that you absolutely have the ability to connect into the other side and to channel. It's teachable and it's easy. The byproduct of being able to work with this process is that you will help open and heal and repair your heart so that you can function in the manner that you are designed to function in, a manner of heartfelt energy. And that with this knowledge and understanding of the art of universal knowing, you are able to create and manifest and imagine and understand how that process and that power resides within you.